Yay, just right. Hey, Prairie Queen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Robin?
I'm doing pretty darn good my own self. I'm okay. Today is January 25th,
Mhm.
2026. Right now, my time, it's 12:34 p.m. because we were late because I forgot to grab a Vaughn clip because we're covering Vaughn today, folks. Just like the stink on, we're going to cover, just like the grime on Stinky's hands. We're going to be covering him today a little bit for a little bit. Um, but Prairie Queen and I were admitting to each other that we're both pretty worried about Stinky.
Definitely. Um,
This this is a different Stinky than and Prairie Queen and I go back years and years with
mm,
Stinky. There was God, Grampy Lobster. 'Kay,
oh yeah.
we were all in that gang, the Fun Brigade, and
Mhm.
we're gonna talk about that in a second too, briefly. But, and we've seen all of Stinky's personalities, his foibles, his horrid behavior, his
Mhm.
child abuse, his child neglect, his spousal abuse, his spousal neglect, his
Mm.
elder abuse, his elder neglect, all of that. And, hung in there. He's like, God, I don't know. I guess, YouTube isn't real. This isn't real life, folks. But these weirdos suddenly become like the hated family member that shows up at the gatherings, the picnics. It's like, it,
Yeah, a lot of times I'll hear people talk that way about well, it's YouTube, it's not real. Well, to a point. The
it,
people behind the
yeah,
cameras, they're all real. You're real, I'm real.
yeah.
Stinky's real.
And the
Um,
situation, the play is as real as you want it to be. Yeah,
right.
but
As
damned if
real as as you
damned if
allow
you
it.
don't get invested in their stories. It is like, yeah, I don't know about you, but all my life I was a real avid reader. I would get totally changed and engrossed in with a story. This is like the same thing, only it's instant gratification. You don't have to turn pages.
Right? Or it's like the soap operas.
The operas, the chapter plays, the serials,
Mhm.
Serials, those.
Mhm.
Yeah, the old cowboys. Yeah, it's sort of like that.
But then it's funny, you get so wrapped up in it, and then you have to stop and tell yourself, "Okay, this isn't fake though, this is real."
And
They're
and
not following a script. This
yeah,
is their
yeah,
life, while their script is
and
pretty wacky.
every once in a while, you gotta say, "Okay, I need a break."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you go and I don't know, it gets more and more frequent as time goes on. I take more and more breaks. I follow fewer and fewer people. 'Cause
Well
number 1, I don't have the time and or the interest anymore. I get bored pretty easily these
I'm finding myself between Shani and Jason,
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
now Vaughn. After I've thought to myself, okay, I know there's other creators that are introducing new Lowell's cows, and I'm
Yeah,
going, I can't invest my energy and time
I
into
know.
these new people. I know my old people that I followed for years or through, like, Gail Cord Schuler, stuff like that. And I really don't follow her too often,
I
but I
don't
mean,
anymore, but yeah,
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 she's just a
it's,
whole, yeah.
they're like
But
very loved, well-worn, smelly old pair of slippers.
well, yeah, and but now it's like if I know they're trying to introduce new ones, and it's a case of
Yeah.
I don't know if I can start getting involved in
To start
watching this.
over with somebody? No, I don't have the
No,
energy or the interest anymore.
I think I'm more right now coming down from. we all experienced that high with Shani and Jason on their road trip back to
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
yeah, and it was a jolly group around us
Right.
too,
And
covering it and yeah.
then we all had to take a break
Mhm.
after they arrived. We all had to go, okay, we need to go out, touch grass, get our lives back, refocus,
Yeah.
and just settle back, right? And we all took a breather in a sense, in our own ways, the come down off of that high of their cross country trip. Um, and even now, with the escalation of leading up to them being gone from the house, and now Vaughn making it out to the desert. Um, let's face it, the guy was a little boring out in the desert. He wasn't really going very far.
No, and then he got in a place and he stayed there for days and days and days. Days and days.
I think he
And
moved a little bit.
maybe to from he said there was like a whole cluster of truck stops and rest stops where he was at the border. So he had his choice, so perhaps he's moving around from, like, a couple miles here in this direction, couple miles there, but he's not traveling west any longer. And then
Well,
yeah.
I was I was just going to say when he was traveling west, at least it was slightly entertaining because he was showing him traveling down the road and he'd be talking about stuff. And then once he started camping in the desert, probably Arizona, um, I'm thinking he stopped talking about his future plans, even if it was like 2 or 3 days in advance. He
Yeah.
just started talking about all this crazy shit in the news. And it's like you just sat on your ass watching news and all this info all day long, and you're talking about that, and then you're expecting people to pay you and monies to carry
Yeah,
on.
he on his mobile device, he's
Mhm.
getting the same news feeds all the rest of us are getting.
Right. But he's
So, it's
wasting
not
his
his
time sitting there researching and watching all this shit when he could have been streaming, you know, some of his daily life
and he
where he
could
was
be,
at.
like, looking down the road of the route he's traveling and saying, "Okay, up ahead, blah, 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 maybe a day's travel is this landmark or this place. I've heard of this hot dog," just stuff like that. He's not doing any of that.
Well, he did until he reached a certain destination and he quit because, as you know, he didn't want all of us trolls knowing where he was,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
supposedly. However, he could have gone to a store or a convenience, picked up some food, then streamed him outside having a picnic with Sharpie running around having a jolly good old time.
Oh, that's another thing. Since Vaughn picked him up, yeah, he lets him out to pee. That dog hasn't run nor played in months.
No,
That that little dog, that and I don't think he's very old. I think he's only just a few years old.
yeah.
He he doesn't run and play. Who can possibly think there uh, I just wanna slap him.
And dogs, after a while, it doesn't take long when they're in a confined space, even like when they're in shelters waiting to be rehomed, they're in a confined space, they wind up getting depressed.
Oh, they
And it
shut
doesn't take
down.
long. They do. They shut down.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Um, but he
Oh,
could have streamed all sorts of things without really giving away a location. But he stopped talking about any kind of immediate future plans or long-term plans. He didn't even say that he was going to eventually turn around and go back to John.
yeah. Speaking of John, he has been absent just about as almost as long as Vaughn.
Well, you said that he came on one yesterday morning,
and
wanted to do a live coffee thing with Vaughn, and I guess he got upset because Vaughn was a no-show, so he just abruptly left?
yeah, and he had said, and this is that stream that's missing too, right?
Yeah, I
As
couldn't
far as you
find it.
can, yeah, he was making excuses for Vaughn. Well, Vaughn hasn't responded. I sent the link out. We're supposed to have coffee, but, you know, he's probably taking a shit, and he shits and pisses more than anybody I know, so he was, like, saying, "Ha, ha, ha." Well, Vaughn's probably, in the can, but then John ended it, just boom. It
Hmm.
Yeah, it was over. Um Yes, I am hoping John is on his way or is trying to send somebody to do a welfare check on Vaughn. Okay, I'm going to show this clip of
Okay.
Vaughn, and I don't know, anybody watching, if you have seen Vaughn before, you'll know that this is not like him at all. Like I said, we go way, way back when he still had a neck and hair and a haircut. We
And
go back.
teeth.
And oh, and don't forget teeth. Yeah, and he wore actual boys' shirts. I think there were his deceased fathers. I don't know. But, this was way before we knew him before he started wearing Alice's blouses. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna share screen and we're gonna do okay, this is Vaughn sitting in his car and he's not doing well. Okay, here we go.
Alrighty, folks. The little red sign says we are recording, and it is so. And wow, what a story! 10 hours ago, Ryan Wedding, a what was it, an Olympic snowboarder. I don't know if he won the gold, but he was definitely an Olympian. They don't do too bad for themselves, I don't think. But in any event, he was arrested 10 hours ago or thereabouts because it is suspected that he is actually a drug kingpin. Wow, who the fuck knew? And how the mighty have fallen. Holy shit, man. I always thought people that were in the Olympics, did real well once they actually.
Okay, I don't have this slowed down. But his cadence, the way he delivers his speech is never that slow.
No, is he looking down at the camera or is he closing his eyes?
Well, I think he's looking at himself in his camera on his
Okay.
mobile device, but his eye movement is like a few weeks ago, he would notice something outside or he'd look out the window and his vision would, like, snap in that direction. His eye movement is slower. Okay, let's keep going. I this is not slowed down. This is fun.
Mhm.
Got on the team, I always thought they did pretty good financially and shit. So I don't know why this clown would be so stupid as to get into the drug trade to begin with. Because all it ends up doing is costing. Almost always. Unless you're at the very top, then you might do all right. But unless you're at the very, very top, you're not gonna do very well. You're just not. And
Okay, I'm being real picky here, but he's slurring his words.
Mhm.
He's
Oh,
he's dragging what?
take note. I can the windows, there's no black garbage bag in that window.
Yeah, and you can see cars going by, and it okay, here's one more thing, you guys, and Prairie is worried too, with all that traffic going by,
Mhm.
Sharpie's silent.
Mhm.
Sharpie isn't looking out the windows to see what it's all about, all that traffic.
Good
Usually,
point.
Sharpie's really alert, and, because Von's his daddy and he's protecting his d and we haven't seen Sharpie in a day. Okay, maybe Sharpie will show up. I don't maybe he'll show up. Let's see. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, another thing, his face is so red. It
Yeah, I noticed in a couple of his streams they were kind of red too.
I think it's running the heater,
But
with the engine running, and if we all know his car isn't primo tuned up. He could be breathing, he could have a leak he could be of course, he's breathing fumes, but anyway, that red skin, that could possibly be a sign of oxygen deprivation.
that is true, and it could have been slowly coming on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, yeah, he gets a dose every time he shivers in the cold with that heater running and the
Mhm.
windows covered up. Okay, let's continue, maybe Sharpie will show up. Come on, Sharpie, we're pulling for
It's
Sharpie.
wow, what a shock this is. I would have never dreamed an Olympic snowboarder would be a drug kingpin. It's like, fuck. That's just really that just come at you. It comes at you at a left field there. It's like, wait a minute, what? But yeah, no. All joking aside, no kidding. This guy's been arrested on charges of being a drug kingpin.
You know what this reminds me of? Vaughn is talking like somebody just coming out of anesthesia.
Yeah, and look at his face. I know his camera's okay, it's reversed, right? So,
Yeah, yeah,
uh, so it would be his left side. Um, what I see or what we see on screen is to the right,
yeah.
but it would be his left. And when he's talking, that side's not moving very good.
And could his mouth be turned down a bit?
Well, on
Yeah,
this one side, it certainly looks it.
yeah.
Mind
Okay,
you,
so
it's always turned down.
yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, but hey, like, so he's obviously sitting in the driver's side
Hmm.
behind the wheel. So, uh, uh, okay, so his left side is, huh? Yeah, because his right side would have, no, his left
No, no,
side.
that would be his right. Oh my God. I'm
Okay,
trying to.
I am just okay. There's
Oh,
dyslexia shit for you,
yeah,
right
you had your
on
pointer on
display.
the side I was talking about. So,
Okay,
so
this
the,
side.
yeah,
Okay, so that's poofy and
that is, yeah, all the way up to his nose, under his eye. That's all
yeah.
poofy and
Oh,
reddish.
huh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
His
we're
whole
analyzing in great
I
detail. Oh my
I
God.
know. Okay,
What
yeah,
the
pay
hell's
close
wrong with us,
attention.
Robin?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, go uh, you're fine, how am I? No, you're crazy, but I'm okay. Okay, you guys pay it close attention because you're getting some expert assessments here, okay? I and I'm sorry. Okay, after we, shred Vaughn some more, we're gonna look at the chat. I haven't looked at it yet. Sorry, you guys.
Crazy. Of course, all you got to do is follow the money. You follow the money, and then eventually you will reach the conclusion that hey, these guys are dirty and they got to be taken down. But an Olympic snowboarder, for fuck's sake, holy shit, man! I mean, that's just crazy. But yeah, 10 hours ago, they placed him under arrest or thereabouts, and I wonder what the sting operation. Uh, uh,
Oh, dear.
He's never yawned like that I recall. Maybe
Yeah,
he has. I don't know.
maybe he has, but usually when that little red light says we're live, when that comes on, Vaughn comes alive. He's like Mr. Personality,
Hmm.
he's sn hmm, and it's not I can't see him waking up in the middle of the night to report a news story that we've all heard. It's in everybody's news.
Yeah, and you're right. In the beginning of the stream, there was none of that. Oh, the little red light says we are live, and it is so. That's what he says, isn't
Y
it?
Yeah, and he did I think he started to and then he lost it.
It was like,
He
I
he
guess,
trailed off and
sort of,
just
yeah, we're alive, or
yeah,
basically.
s something like that. Oh, I should sing a new song. I should sing a new song about Vonster. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna sing a new song.
Okay.
It's the same song, it's just different words. Okay. Both his hands are brown and his face is gray. He won't take a walk on a winter's day. We're worried about Sharpie, 'cause oh, I don't know. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
well, you were doing good. You're gonna have to.
Oh
Oh my
I
gosh.
was on such a roll. Yeah, because I was gonna talk about Von's face being red and maybe he's dead, a
You know, when
and
you
also
said gray, I just thought I cringed. I'm like, no, Robin.
"Don't go there!" Yeah, but, that's the first step, let the
Well, and the harsh reality of life, man. It's like, yeah, there's a very
uh
good chance that he is no longer with us, folks.
there
We
is
don't know.
we don't know, and yes, there is a good chance he's no longer with us. Boy, anybody watching this, there's a screenshot for you.
There you
All you
go.
had
Right.
to do
Oh,
memes and thought balloons and, Picasso's the Scream. Is that
sure.
Picasso?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, okay, here we
Uh, excuse me. I wonder what the sting operation was on this guy. Need something to think about and the cobwebs of your brain and shit. Anyways, but yeah, that's I'm gobsmacked. I was not expecting this at all.
Oh, because he follows, the Olympics closely, I suppose.
It's funny how he would always pick up I guess the headlines.
Yeah, whatever comes on his phone when he turns it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, God. You know, it would have been more interesting to watch him go pick up some food or snacks, go outside, have a picnic, video Sharpie running around and just being outside touching dirt.
Yes,
I say grass because
or
he's in the desert. So,
yeah.
but something.
I know,
Um,
or even pal up with John and do a live with them. He could be doing all kinds of it's like he's dying by inches if he isn't already. You guys, we think he's dead, okay?
yeah, we're just gonna throw it out
Right
there.
out w
We
w
could be 100% wrong, but no, I don't. Right
I
now,
I
my
think
money's on death.
yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, we after all these years. Grampy, is he up there? No, he certainly wouldn't be there with Grampy. Oh, Grampy would welcome him, wouldn't he? Ah,
He
yeah.
would laugh his ass off.
He'd, fire up the Wienermobile, the lobster boil, the
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
If you could almost hear him going, "Hey, Stinky."
"Hey, Stinky," and also Grampy saying, "It'd sure be a shame if something were to happen." I remember, and he had that as a soundbite too. "It'd be a shame if something were to happen." And I think he said that about emo and about, oh, Michelle the trucker lady
Oh,
boy.
Michelle Best, yes.
Yeah, so he used to say it especially. Boy, there's a name from the past.
Yeah, I think everybody dropped Michelle like a hot potato.
Yeah, well, we were all there to support Grampy anyway.
Yeah, and
Y
none of us liked Michelle anyways. Well,
Homeliest, truck driver on the planet.
oh,
Michelle
scary too.
Michelle scary. Yeah, and, yeah, mean. Mean as dog shit. Boy, Michelle Best was a mean motherfucker. And
Mhm.
but Grampy stood right up to her, them,
Bam. There you
them.
go.
Yeah. Okay. So, um,
Okay,
let's
carry on.
let's let's do another. Okay, it's only 39 more seconds.
But nevertheless, there we are. So, anywho, I'm going to get out of here and went, but I just thought I'd share because
Okay.
I can
Wait.
and because
Wait. 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 I noticed this when I
What?
watched it the first time. I'm gonna get out of here and went. He said,
Yeah.
That's a big word stumble, you guys. Number
Can you
1,
replay that?
yeah, I'm gonna pop it back a little bit. But number 1, he's got an essential trimmer in both hands.
Mhm.
He has a tick that, presents itself as always stroking his hair,
Mhm.
but and also he strokes his hair to, take attention away from the fact that his hands have tremors.
Mhm.
But now he's doing this, his slow speech.
No hand wiping in the hair
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna pop right back.
until that one point. Yes. Until
Yeah.
there.
I Okay, here we go.
I'm going to get out of here and went, but
Here we go.
I just thought I'd share
Oh, he
because I
said it again.
can.
Okay.
But I just thought I'd share because I can and because I should. And because you, I
Shoot.
just thought I'd
Okay.
share because I can. And so, anywho, I'm going to get out of here and went, but
I'm
I
gonna
just
get
thought
out
I'd
of here
share
and went.
because I can and because I should. And because you have a right to know. So, anyways, don't forget to like, share, rate, subscribe, donate, pontificate, click the little bell so that it's solid
Oh,
white. And don't forget that your donations and gifts of love keep me going through these trying times.
he did do his spiel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did.
I didn't think he did, but he has it all memorized, but now he just,
It
puts
sounds like he was pulling it out of the air. He was trying to think of all because he
oh,
has a normal spiel.
yeah. Yeah, this was a little labored. Yeah,
Mhm.
but okay, let's finish this up. We've got 6 seconds.
Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
Bah. Okay, so let's see what the
Okay. Yeah, look at he did apply. I'm
okay,
glad you're bringing up those the comments.
yeah, okay, news boss. Where do Olympic athletes make money? Right? They don't make money unless
Mhm.
they get endorsements, and they've gotta be a really big cheese at the Olympics to earn endorsements. So, come on. Okay.
Okay. Now, click where he's replied. Not that one. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
that's
that
it.
the one?
Yeah, okay.
It
So,
says,
essentially yeah.
is that 16 hours ago?
No, it
That
says 1 day ago. Each of them
okay.
are 1 day ago. Same day.
Yeah, and he was trying to say that what does that one read? It's too tiny for me. Cuz
Um,
what he responded to.
Vaughn, either you have a defect in your vehicle, which is giving you carbon monoxide poisoning, or you need to seek medical help now. Exactly.
Yeah. And then he replied,
ROFL, rolling on the floor laughing. I was responding to the different comments in the chat. That's why he was
and then there was
slow.
another reply that he made.
Let's see.
That yeah.
Oh, about the gods of creation. Okay, that was 18 hours ago. The
Okay.
gods of creation talking about, he says, I interpret dreams. Yeah, Yvonne says he interprets dreams. Okay, then 6 hours ago. Okay, wait a minute.
What?
2 hours ago. He's not
What?
dead. Okay, 2 hours ago, Grishala James, who is Mayor McCheese, says, "Okay, faceless man can represent an enigma. Is there something in your past that never made sense. Does that sound like Vaughn? Okay, so that was 18 hours ago and then 6 hours ago. So or no, wait, 2 hours ago.
So he's alive.
He's alive.
Well, he
Why?
was 2 hours ago.
Yeah, 2 hours ago, right
Okay, but wait a minute,
right
wait a minute.
there.
He
2
goes
hours.
under John Gisela. Now, does John still have access to the password to his channel?
Oh, yeah, he set it up for him.
So how do we know for a fact that this is Vaughn?
We don't.
But I'm gonna say there's a good chance that it is Vaughn. Then maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Huh.
this is just his
It's
what he was talking about, and even his replies now in those comments make absolutely no sense.
no, and even if he isn't being poisoned slowly by carbon monoxide or, deteriorating due to a possible Parkinson's condition, he's going downhill.
Yeah, he's
You know,
sitting in his
he
car all the time, 23 and a half hours a day. I'm giving him a half hour to get up, go to the bathroom, and come back.
yeah, and, knowing his hygiene, lack of
Mhm.
hygiene, and his lack
Oh, yeah,
have he's probably peeing in soda cans.
probably. And lack of hygiene, that's gonna kill him.
Yeah, that alone, he's probably got candida, he has yeast, he has bacteria, he probably oh god, he what do you get, staph? Staph, impetigo? The
He's probably the patient zero for a new outbreak of something
of
the worst.
everything. Yeah, a resurgence of mumps, German measles, red measles, typhoid. Yeah,
Hmm.
he could be patient 0
Hmm.
for because he's breeding all kinds of shit in that car. The oh, okay, so we still don't know, you guys. Even though he responded a couple hours ago, um, it it could be J-Dubs because we haven't seen J-Dubs either.
Hmm.
Huh, huh. Okay,
Well, with J Dubs, it's not. He doesn't have the same kind of pattern as Vaughn because Vaughn normally gets on every day. J Dubs can go missing for a
mhm,
few days and come back. So
mhm.
it's hard. It's not consistent either when he goes missing.
Yeah, well, J-Dubs has a steady income, and he goes on a bender, and so he disappears, and he's fine with it, but Vaughn has to, go and show, he's gotta sing and dance, he's gotta be out there, so it is interesting. We're gonna see. The next couple of days should tell us more or nothing.
And also too, I wonder if maybe a situation arose where he wound up having people um, do a wellness check on him.
Huh. I just wonder. I wonder.
So he didn't stream for a little bit until he could get his thoughts together, and because you know how he is, you're never going to find out the truth.
No. Oh god, no. No. Not ever. He'll spin everything to, make himself look good and make everybody look bad, and he's a victim, and he can't help it, and he's a man baby, and god, he would probably love a packet of adult diapers delivered.
Hmm.
Emo Howling Wolf should send him a packet of his diapers,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Vaughn never has to get out of his car. Uh, but okay, so over in the chat, sorry, you guys. Okay, Jonocide, everybody's favorite little brother, is in the chat. You're like this. You're faithful as hell, Jonocide. Thank you for being here. And if Renee's there, hi Renee. Melanie 81, hi sweetheart. Thanks for being here again. Good to see you. Well, Melanie says, hope the both of you are safe and didn't get the snow that we got here in Maryland. Well, I'm sitting here in 66-degree sunny weather in the great state of Southern California. But Prairie Queen might have a different story about
Well,
snow.
I'm smack dab in the center of Canada, and that storm totally bypassed me.
Whoa!
Totally
Really?
bypassed. Yeah, it came up like from Texas, and it went straight, headed straight northeast, bypassed me completely. I'm going, thank God, because I
Oh,
had a couple of small storms um, last week, and last week and the week before. Then it's like, okay, that's fine.
yeah, no kidding. But boy, you're still what a trooper. You guys, she tells me tales of shoveling, of
Hmm.
plowing, of driving in the snow, sliding in the snow,
Yeah,
pulling
like,
up to her door like she was sliding into home plate at the big ball game. Holy shit. And I'm sitting here
right?
complaining that, I need my hoodie because 'cause I'm cold. I'm such a sissy. You are my hero, Prairie Queen.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, hey, it just comes with the where you live, right? It
Yeah,
it it's just
yeah.
part of your way of life. And I know somebody had been commenting in Discord, I won't say who, another obvious fellow Canadian, made the comment about used to driving on icy roads, and I rolled my eyes and thought, yeah, tell me about it, because it's still icy roads here. And I didn't say, which I should have, was, yeah, and don't forget, we've experienced driving in a whiteout.
Shh, God, how scary. I can't I how scary. I've driven in, like, Tule fog before, and
Hmm.
you cannot even if you hang your head out the window, you cannot see the ground. So but the being biting cold besides that, oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, you sort of feel vulnerable because you go, yeah,
It's
if you slide
helpless.
off into the ditch, you just want to make sure that there's no snow in the tailpipe, and so that way you can keep the vehicle running.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you too might go visit Grampy a little early,
yeah,
you know?
I know, wind up with a red face, finding words and yawning, and shit.
Yeah.
Ok over in chat, salami nugget.
Oh,
Salami
nice.
nugget. "Hey, honey bunch." Salami nugget says, "This is all Todd's the tuba terrorist's fault." The tuba terrorist.
Oh, poor Todd.
Oh, yeah, I know Todd is just like the most popular/unpopular slash unpopular fellow in Discord. He's just
I
like
have a Well, I have a feeling Todd has some really good thick skin going on there.
and
Kudos to Todd.
he has a great sense of humor. He irritates the shit out of some people, but
Oh, yeah.
but he's but he comes right back, he goes on undaunted. "Yay,
Mhm.
Todd, you keep it up, Todd." But, yeah, he's a tuba terrorist.
He's the tuba terrorist. Yep.
But and I have not addressed this because I don't like to talk too much in Discord. Number 1, I'm not good at making too much sense, and those kids are all younger than me, and I feel like I've aged out of that whole group. But anyway, I if Todd could drive to give Vaughn a donation,
Hmm.
what, $500 worth of something or a
Well, it,
uh,
it was cash, and it was also food for him and the dog.
oh, cash and prices.
Hmm.
Yeah, eh, but, Toddster, if you're listening, I don't think he probably has no clue we even exist over here, but Todd, if you're listening, could go check on Sharpie. Go pull a dog heist. Can we hire somebody to pull a dog heist? A dog napping? Is this against TOS, me
I, d-
encouraging crime?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, when you think about it, when he was on, like you said, there was vehicles obviously going past. Sharpie wasn't alert unless Sharpie was having
Uh-uh.
a really good sleep.
Oh, Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm just saying, or I just
yeah.
and he woke up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. Okay, Melanie81 says, "Honestly, I think that Vaughn must have an iron stomach because how he has not gotten food poisoning, right? Or an infection without washing his hands." But you know what? I think that's uh, like
that's like
people
eating
who
your own poop.
and, like there are you hear stories about the streets in India
Mhm,
and the conditions and the poop in the street and people live
mhm.
the it's like it's and there's like well, yeah, people die all the time, but that gives them a certain kind of immunity, I think. All
Right.
that exposure to the bacteria. Yeah,
Mhm.
who knows? There could be something cooking in his bowels as we speak that's gonna take him
Well,
down.
the thing is though too, all that fast food and processed food only, oh my god, all the chemicals and all of that is enough to with his medical conditions.
Yeah, yeah, his insides are probably tanned like leather. Yeah,
When's the last time his lymphatic system actually moved?
well, if he still even has a functioning one at all. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, skin brushing, Vaughn, here's a tip from a couple of old ladies. Well, Prairie Queen is like a junior old lady. She's like she's like a freshman old lady. She's not sh
Yes.
but still, yeah, she's stepped into the old lady category, but she's
Oh, definitely.
make note, you guys, she's like the youngest of we 2. But a anyway, skin brushing, Vaughn.
Mhm.
Get that lymph system perking, tune it up, get it screaming in pleasure, skin brushing, Vaughn, skin
Well,
brushing.
he's also complained even when he lived in the single wide, not the double wide, but prior to that,
Mhm.
about, lymphedema.
Yeah, oh, that the swelling and the fluid in the legs and
Yeah, and
uh,
remember when he would go outside and try to, launch his, styrofoam planes,
that crashed and yeah.
and he could barely he was like a little toddler, toddling outside.
Yeah, and rocking with each step instead of,
Mhm.
like, throwing his leg forward, he, like, lumbered through his body this way and that way and with each step. Oh, and here's another thing. I Melanie81, Vaughn, it must be genetics or bum luck or something, but with all the shit that Vaughn has eaten and still eats with those filthy, filthy hands, not having taken a shower in Lord knows really how long since he married Andrea. I think that was his last real shower. Um, years,
Yeah.
you guys.
Mhm.
But then looking at Rev and Shani, Rev eats one of Shani's cheese omelets and has to down a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Talk
Right?
about the thinning out of the gene pool when it came to Rev. That kid can't eat any damn thing without having to take bismuth, that s thick pink
Yeah.
stuff. Bleh, bleh. Yeah,
All
but
I
I
can
don't
say is with those cooking videos she did and he would eat, I was just thankful that those kids didn't have to eat that crap.
eh, n no, yeah, yeah, and every dish she cooked was yellow,
Yeah.
because she loved cheese. Da-dum. She loved cheese. Da-dum.
Ta-dum.
She
Uh,
loved cheese. Yes, she do. And she blocked me one time because I said, "I really hate your cheese song, Shani." And then she let me back in, but I was blocked for about 2 of her shows after that. I really hate your
oh,
cheese song
geez.
because she sang it every time she cooked. I thought,
Well,
"Man, I'm
what
tired of
a
that."
narcissist, right?
I know she took offense. You don't have to be loved by everybody.
And I wonder where she is. Everybody talks about them, and I'm thinking, and there's that whole thing of, oh, they're probably holed up together in a hotel room because Shani has in the past been able to go offline for about a month and then just reappear. That's their stick. That's
Yeah.
not Vaughn. See, the difference between them and Vaughn is he has to come on every day,
It
or he has been coming on every day.
Yeah. Well, and that's his, that, the main character thing at his, legit diagnosis of schizophrenia, and
Mhm,
so that he's got that dynamic going for him inside his little Vaughn body,
mhm,
filthy, smelly Vaughn body, but, uh, Shanny and her yeah, Shanny is, number 1, way smarter than Vaughn. She's way smarter than Rev, and so she plots and plans and times
mhm.
things, and she's a good judge of impact of, her thoughts, phrases, and presentation. She's real aware of that. It's disgusting, but she
She's
knows how to
devious.
do it.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
she knows how to d years ago, when I saw her, it was back when she was still driving. It
Yep.
was way, way back, and I thought, "Boy, she's not very nice, but what a personality this lady has." And she
Mhm,
was very well-spoken, very articulate, sort of
mhm,
acted like a newscaster lady. She had
mhm.
that kind and I was impressed back then, so she's got all that going for her where Vaughn and so she can plot and plan and write her script and, all
And
that, but Vaughn just kinda comes on and pukes whatever's wants to come out his face.
yeah, every day normally. And, with her, though, she's gone missing in action, but it's obviously been calculated. Now, remember when they wound up in her and Jason wound up in that rundown hotel or motel?
Yeah,
That they disappeared after G-Man kicked them out, and then it wasn't they disappeared for a little bit, I think, but then they did come back and start streaming in the motel room.
yeah.
Um, but
And then they
she's
had the flood because somebody stole the copper piping.
right, and then I'll
And then
never
the
forget.
and then during that, I think, is when, the house was sold for $1, and then the uncle took pity on him and said, "Okay, you can move back in."
Yes, because he saw Jason on the news.
Yeah, on the actual news, yeah,
I
he was
always
famous.
laugh about that because
And
I think, "What are the odds?" Jason, my god.
and he said that he showed his uncle that, and so that's what it was legit, so his uncle relented and let him move back in.
It's
Thank
like,
goodness
what?
for television. Yay,
Like, what are
media.
the odds of that? Oh my god.
That was a stroke of luck. Boy, these folks have the luck, like,
Lands
you
on his feet. But the thing is, I honestly feel that she's raised such a ruckus that she's probably still holed up in a hospital setting.
I I'm wondering what the laws are and the like, the social services situation. I wonder how that is where they are because I kinda sorta think it's possible that, Rev was asking for motel money, and I'm wondering if they're not in a motel room together.
Okay, I looked it up. Pennsylvania does not have a law where this Shani as an adult can be deemed ward of the state and be
Okay.
in a state mental facility. They do not have that law apparently. So I'm going,
Oh.
okay, well, there's got to be a different loophole with Medicaid where
Hmm.
she could still be a ward of the state in a different way. Not truly ward of a state, but they could still uh, keep her in there long term.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't unless she keeps threatening to unalive herself. That'll get you kept. They'll keep you.
Hmm.
They'll
Right.
put you they'll lock you up in the jail ward or
And
the
don't for,
hospital ward of the jail.
and don't forget, all prior to that, she was crying about her pain.
Mm, mm. Yeah, okay, so she can put on quite the show.
Oh, yeah,
to
she
to
can.
be taken care of, so huh.
So it's hard to say, and they might be running a whole bunch of or had been running a lot of tests on her as well to see where she's at. Because don't forget, she's got the fibro, she's got the crinkle heart, she's got the arthritis. Uh,
Y yeah, and she also yeah, and, something about her knees,
oh,
her
she's got
irri
knee problems.
displaced kneecaps,
Oh, yeah,
um,
and doesn't she have MS?
I think she said MS, but people with who is it, like Irate Alex? So yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, and she stopped that right away.
Hmm.
Um,
See, she everybody, and she was stealing other people's health problems, obviously, and
mhm.
even their pasts.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
whatever happened in their past as a child, she was stealing all that. So I mean, my goodness, I feel sorry for the psychiatric staff and the doctor because they will have to take turns taking a 3-week vacation just to decompress from her.
Can't you imagine the dishing that goes on in the staff lounges?
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, them trying to top each other with stories about the shanster.
No, and I think, yeah, or what's the latest on, each shift is, relaying, okay, now she's saying this and now she's saying that. And of course they have to document it, so
Yeah,
somebody's gonna write a book.
but
As for Jason,
hmm,
I don't know because he tried to volunteer himself into another hospital, but then I heard that he was told that he had to leave because it wasn't a hotel.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Unless he
I saw
tried
that
some
too.
sort of weird trick too to stay.
Um,
Um,
but you know what? The least offensive of the 2 and takes up less space in the 2 of the 2 is Jason. You know, you
yeah,
could tuck him away somewhere, or, "Hey, go here, have a cot in the garage." So, he would have less trouble, I think, finding a place to land
I
than
agree,
she.
and I think he could manage, especially if he was like, obviously guided, because it'd be like, okay, Jason, you're going to come and live in this halfway house or whatever, or
Yeah,
transition house. Here's your list of meds. The person in charge of the home is aware of your list of meds. Da da da. And I think at least he can be out of the hospital in a environment where he
a
could
group
do
men's
stuff,
home.
yeah, like a group home, and he could actually do his chores in a group home. I could see him doing that. Shani, no,
Mm-mm.
she would not, and she would be very scary in a group home.
But she's not eligible because she has violence in her past.
Exactly. So any she couldn't go to any kind of a group home,
Mm,
because of as big as she is, like, I mean, tall and also big. And with her attitude, that would be scary.
she's a threat just, uh, getting up in the morning.
She is. Just by standing up and saying no.
Yeah, she's a big lady, and she's menacing, and she's shown us many times her menace, and,
Oh,
he she's
yeah.
a scary, scary, scary lady, scary.
And yeah, and so she might be they might be finding ways to keep her for a long period of time. Jason, on the other hand, could probably go to some sort of group home situation.
Yeah.
And
Who knows?
but
Well,
if that's the case, then he wouldn't be able to be online.
yeah. So we're hoping time will tell, and,
And
who's
thank goodness that sort of played out better. We know that they're both somewhere alive and safe. Those pets have been rehomed. Thank God for
yes,
that.
yes.
Vaughn, on the other hand, sitting for
Mm,
23 and a half hours a day in his car with
mm.
congestive heart failure, the lymphedema, whatever else is going on with him, eating
Aphasia,
processed
whatever
food.
is happening in his brain. He could also have Lewy body dementia. That
Mhm.
also fits the profile, Lewy body. It's a form of dementia related to Parkinson's. You could
Yeah,
have
and then having that dog cooped up in there too.
mm,
And, yeah, at the end of the day, okay, to hell with Vaughn, I worry about Sharpie.
there's a special place in hell for people who don't treat dogs better than you treat yourself.
Right.
Little bastard. Okay, so on to some business, Prairie Queen,
Okay.
because I'm ready to blow this hot dog stand. Okay, so you guys, appealing to whoever might be watching currently or on the replay. Prairie Queen and I have talked privately and here on the channel about a rebranding plan, a thing to do, what we want to look like, who we want to be, um, a theme that we want. So, Prairie Queen, I was thinking about should we have like a contest? Who can come up with the best name for our channel? Okay, I beat the grannies to death, or somebody beat the grannies to death, says the
Mhm.
person who has, betrayal trauma. Anyway, so it's not the grannies. Besides, you're not a you're just such a you're not a full-fledged old lady, almost, but so
Right.
anyway, we need a name, you guys. Prairie Queen thought, Fun Brigade number 2, but we don't want it to be like a memorial to a dead guy that we loved.
That's true. You know what? You've got a good point there. No, we don't want that.
No, no,
Um,
but, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to, have a reference to Grampy every once in a while, and we will because we loved him,
mhm.
still do.
Mhm.
But, ah, and, like a logo, a theme, Christina Black, if we would start with a name, what to call this show. I was thinking about the Golden Oldens, the
Yeah.
the the Golden Od Odelians. Anyway, just something about, ladies and old, perhaps a little wisdom. We didn't get here and live this long without learning some shit, and
And
so
down
mm,
the road, I know we'll probably introduce other types of content as well. We're not
yeah,
just going to stick as a reaction
the
channel to Vaughn, and because once he's gone, then we got nothing.
we
We
got
got to move
nothing,
on.
yeah, well, the Robin this channel had a good run as an interview show. We could
Hmm.
we could get back to doing that,
Yeah,
and
and
there
more of a
there are
variety like we
a
used to.
variety of yeah, and bless them, our the past guests are so willing to come back on, but, I'll kinda lost
Oh,
stride there. What? What? Hmm.
something like a variety brunch.
A
Because
brunch.
originally I thought Sunday brunch, but then what if we want to? Because in the past, you used to sometimes stream on a Wednesday and on Sunday, I think it was.
Yeah, and
But
a
then,
couple
so you
times it
can't
was
say,
after dark.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah. And then you can't really say Sunday when you're, let's say, decide to go live on a Wednesday.
yeah.
But so I
Huh.
figured, okay, keep the days of the week out of it. But, sort of like a brunch style sit around commentary on all
Or
sorts of
or
bizarre
or we
topics.
could be very elegant and do high tea, um,
Oh,
yeah, and, reminisce about the pheasant under glass.
all
But,
right.
yeah,
Yes, the pheasant.
anyway, you guys, if anybody has any ideas and if you come up with a good idea, there may or may not even be a prize. There may or may not even be a prize, but you can't live in, like, Taiwan because who can afford that postage?
Oh
Could
God.
Yeah, or it could be an electronic prize. The winner and if we use your idea for a title I'm talking like somebody's really gonna do this. But anyway, I'll send you pictures of my bunions. I'll sign it.
There you go.
Send a one of a kind picture of my bunions, and they're horrific. Gotta tell you, worse than your old dirty grandma's feet. So anyway, you guys, pass it around, talk to your friends and neighbors, everybody you ever met in your life, tell them there's a contest.
Mhm.
Name that old lady show.
Yeah.
And then once we get a title, then we'll go from there. We can kick around ideas for artwork.
Mhm.
Or
Eventually, yeah.
I know, boy, we're just talking so big, you guys, but they say put it out there in the universe. If you want to manifest it, you got to talk about it.
Exactly.
If you talk
Yeah.
about it, it will come. And that's another thing, you guys, never ever criticize yourself. Self-deprecation is only charming for about the first 30 seconds. Be nice to yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Your life is listening. Talk nicely about it. Okay?
Definitely.
That's
And
all I
no
have to say.
self-beating up.
No, no,
No,
and if you fuck up, okay, you learn from that. You won't fuck up in the same way again, will you? You know,
you know
life is
what?
a
You fuck
lesson.
up, own it, move on.
Move on, but if you do fuck up again, be aware that, "Hey, I'm fucking up again," and it'll be a conscious choice, and shame on you. Well, no. Hey, live with yourself. Yeah, you're the one that's doing it. Okay, so my little, timer went off. I have had a baked potato in my little toaster oven all this time.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I have, brisket and gravy thawing, so I'm gonna have
Mm.
a little brisket and gravy over a loaded mashed baked potato, not mashed so anyway, that's for lunch.
Oh, that sounds heavenly.
Oh, thanks, thanks. Boy, but cook for the freezer, you guys. You save money, you save time, and, it's really good.
And when you're
Okay,
feeling lazy, you just throw it in the oven or the air fryer and reheat it.
yeah,
You
and
know,
you know what? I complain about not, being of purpose or being useful anymore since
mhm.
retirement, but I just dearly love not living by the clock. And
Oh, I
so
can understand that,
it's
and your
yeah.
days are your days now to do what you want.
Yeah, and yeah, of course, there are times, natural human conditions, there's, lonely times,
Mhm.
there are sad times, but holy crap, it is absolutely the most delightful thing to not live by the clock, all my life all our lives we live by the clock. To not do it is heavenly. So, meal times are kind of wonky because of that. So batch cooking so you can pull something out of the freezer is pretty handy.
And, batch cooking is an awesome thing because if you're
Excuse me.
feeling very energetic,
Mhm,
you get up in the morning and you're feeling very energetic, all of a sudden, before you know it, you're batch cooking a ton of stuff, putting it in the freezer, and so those lazy days, you don't feel like cooking, it's there for you, and like you said, you saved money,
mhm.
and you're guaranteed a meal.
Yeah, yeah, and it's you making yourself all your favorite things. Who else does
Mhm.
that for you? Your mom's dead. Who
Exactly.
else does that for you? Your Grammy's dead. Yeah, so
Mhm.
be nice to yourself. It's self-care, self-love. Be nice to yourself. Talk
Yeah.
nicely about yourself. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna end this. Eh, so everybody in the chat, you guys watching on the replay, thank you so much. We love every damn one of you.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks for stopping by.
thanks for oh, you know what?
Mm.
Okay, so I get a I've I lost a lot of supporters, over the years, but I get a single Patreon payment once a month. Okay, so I could do that. The winner of the Name Our Show contest, I would give you all my Patreon for the month,
Oh.
which comes to after they take out their cut, $14.71. That's my YouTube income, you guys. Yeah, and that's from Patreon, so it's not really huge. I make $14.71 a month, and it arrives on the 5th of every month. Thank you very much.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, so I would share that or a picture of my bunions.
I was just gonna say, you should branch out and go on OnlyFans with your bunions.
My children scare me, and my children have told me, "Don't do it." And then I said, "Yeah, but I don't have a job tomorrow." And, my especially my cranky daughter who lives in Texas says, "Mom, do you know what they would ask you to do?" And I guess I don't know that much about OnlyFans. I guess you have to, like, answer requests?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not I don't know either, so
I don't know, but or okay, and then somewhere I heard you can make a list of things your viewers can choose from, but anyway, no, my daughters scare the poop out of me. They're bigger than me, and they're tougher, and they're
they would
younger and
be
quicker. So
they
they
would
said,
they would be
"Do it."
packing your belongings up and putting you in a home.
Yeah, well, no worse fate than that would be I'd wind up on my youngest daughter's couch where I go when I babysit their house and grandma, a
Oh,
and, they would pack me up and move me to their couch up there 100 miles away, and those people never shut up. Those
and they
people
watch you like a
talk.
hawk. Yes.
Well, I'm okay with it, but they talk. They're both former academics. They're very educated. They have shit to say, but I don't wanna hear it every minute. They talk so fucking much. I love living alone. No,
Isn't
no,
it great?
it's great. And this
There's
is
a
the first time I've lived alone in my whole life.
it Yeah, and it's great. I love it. I
Excuse
love
me.
it.
Yeah, I am just wallowing in it, relishing it. Um, yeah, don't come get me. Don't pack me up, come get me. Yeah, I'll
See,
fight you.
they would not only talk your ear off, they'd watch you like a hawk, but to the
Yeah.
point where they would make sure that they were limiting your streaming time, let alone getting onto OnlyFans.
Mm. Oh, and your streaming time and my kids have known about my embarrassing situation and association with YouTube for years, but,
But
the OnlyFans, they wouldn't let me do OnlyFans. But
oh,
see,
no, no.
I wouldn't need to make any extra money because I wouldn't be paying much rent. Yeah, I'd give them something
Well, there you go, right?
up there, but, so I have I'd have all the food I wanna eat. I wouldn't have to batch cook anymore. Oh,
And
yes,
all
I
the
would.
appliances and
Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Okay, so anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it. We're gonna call it a day. Okay, when next we meet, okay, so
Not next weekend because you're gonna be busy, no?
no, okay, next Sunday is the 1st of Feb, and my eye surgery isn't until that Wednesday.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so, okay, so a week from Wednesday, I'll be getting another new eyeball. I am so excited. I am so, so, so excited. I just talk about a new lease on life. But anyway, we'll
Mm,
see you back here on the 1st. You guys put on your thinking caps
mhm.
and, help us think of a name for our show.
And leave the suggestions down in the comments.
Yes, thank you. Leave suggestions down in the comments, and, we answer all the comments anyway, or one of us does. Some
Mhm.
of us do, yeah. Anyway, thank you again, you guys. Thanks for showing up. Like, share, and subscribe. I sound like fun.
Until next time.
Until next time, you guys. Okay, let me get over on the StreamYard tab. I'm gonna end it. Okay, we love the hell out of you. See